Starting is the key. And if you can aim towards that milestone, but do it from a place of knowing, I'm going to the top of the mountain, you're going to create more of an energetic momentum. Things are going to be easier. You're going to pick up speed, but you're going to calm down in the mind. All right, I am back again today to talk more around goals. This is a topic that you can just never teach enough around because it is the essence of life. Without a goal, you are lost. If you have not decided what your goal is in life, then you're just going to be drifting through life, experiencing whatever life comes at you. And I don't want that for you. I want you to achieve. Now, there's a simple process here that I'm going to share with you today that has really helped me continue in the momentum of achieving goals one after the other. And I think that's something to bring up because when we talk about goals, I think sometimes people just think there's one goal in life. There's one image, there's one reality that I want to create. But that's just not how it works. In fact, you are going to go through a process of achieving goals throughout your life. If you think back, whatever age you're at, there's many goals, many achievements, many milestones that you've hit. And it's important to realize this because I think when we think about goals, we just see it as one thing. And actually, we're not taking into consideration that when you understand the creative process to goal achieving, and you understand how to align the mind with your desire, work in harmony with it, you can keep achieving goals one after the other. All right? Now, the way to do this in a consistent manner, and you want consistency, because the reality is anybody can achieve a goal. All right? We've all done it. All right? And this is why I'm always adamant in sharing. Goals are not to get, the purpose is growth. That's why we keep setting goals. That's why we keep moving in the direction of achieving, because it's filling up the reason of why we're even on this planet. They give us purpose. They give us drive. That means that gives us energy. If you feel tired at the end of the day, if you feel like, oh, I'm just not feeling it, well, what is life all about? I guarantee you it's because you don't have a definite chief aim in life. You don't have a goal to go after, right? So one of the ways that I've been able to achieve goal after goal after goal is by setting up my mind in a way so that the energy and the momentum keeps moving, all right? You think of momentum and think about a car. If a car is stationary and you've got to push the car, it takes a lot more effort and energy at the start to get it going. But as soon as the car starts to move, it actually takes less energy to push the car. Why? Because the car has picked up momentum. Now, I bring this back to goal achieving because when you start moving in a direction where you've now started to think into your results, you're starting to create the mindset, you're starting to move into this success attitude, you can keep that momentum going. And the way that I do this is I set almost two different types of goals. One, long-term goals. Two, short-term milestones. Now, Bob, my mentor, taught me that you should have one definite chief aim in life, one ultimate goal. But what I have found, and as I've studied with my clients, there becomes sometimes a bit of confusion because typical human beings, we want a lot of things. We want to achieve a lot of things. And in fact, it's inherent in our being. It's natural to keep wanting more and more and more. Now, of course, we live in a society that has almost made us believe that that's wrong, but it's not. That's just you living, which is always to be a fuller expansion and expression of who you are. So the way that I've been able to create momentum and consistency is I am always focused. Every day, every morning when I get up first thing in the morning, I decide to focus my mind on the ultimate C-type goal, the fantasy goal, where I really want to be. And I think of it as if I'm already here. Okay, that's what I focus on every morning, every day, on a continual basis. That zones my mind in. That gets me focused. Now, focus is a topic that a lot of people are struggling with because the world is quite noisy. So what you've got to do in the morning is make a decision. Before your mind, because this is how the mind operates. When you wake up, it's deciding what kind of a day you're going to have. If you stump your toe on the end of the bed and you're late for work, you can absolutely rest assured you're going to bump into red lights, more paperwork, things just not going the way you want. Why? Because when you woke up in the morning, you hit your toe, it put you into like, oh, that's annoying or sore, and your energy state continued in that flow. Whatever mind state you select by choice in the morning, the energy will keep moving in that direction. If I push a car in this direction and I let go, the car keeps moving in that direction. It doesn't start to turn. It doesn't start to go backwards. The momentum will keep going in the direction in which you aimed it at. So the really critical thing that you want to implement into your daily routines is every morning set the direction of where you want to go for your destination. Okay? Second thing I work on to keep the momentum going is I look at short-term milestones. Why this is critical for me, essentially, is because sometimes when you think about the big goals, and even though you're doing everything to imagine like it's here, it's happened, it can sometimes still feel it's in the future, okay? Now, you don't want to adopt that feeling, but I'm just going to call it as it is. I know that individuals, maybe just like you, sometimes think, okay, but what do I do now? Because that's so far from where I am. And it's a great question. And it's a question that we want to answer. And I believe the answer is short-term milestones. Now, the way I explain this is imagine climbing up the top of a mountain. The summit of the mountain is the goal. It's the C-type goal. It's the destination. But if you've ever climbed a mountain, you've probably started in the foothills. You've probably started at the bottom and you've had to progressively make your way up to the top. There's a journey. There's a path. And you might even get to the quarter, halfway up, and you might stop and take in the scenery and then go again. That's the way I think about short-term milestones. Your milestones should be based upon going in the direction of the summit, going in the direction of your goals. What I teach my clients is how to create the vision of where they want to be, and then we reverse engineer backwards to actually plot the course. You can do this right now. Think about where you want to end up. Even just think from a year from now. How would you really love things to be? What would that look like? And then start to ask yourself, what would need to happen in the quarter before it, the quarter before that, the month, next month, the month before that? Break it down. And what you will find is you will know, and this really helps you get moving in the direction of your goals, because sometimes we don't know. Well, how will I achieve this goal? You don't know. You're not supposed to know. If you did know, you'd already be doing it. So again, realize that it's normal not to know. But you probably know some things. You probably know a few steps that you could take. So by setting a short-term milestone goal, you're giving yourself something that you can work on. You're giving yourself a starting point. You're giving yourself something that you can do, which will create the starting of the momentum, just like the pushing of the car. Now, just like pushing a car, in the beginning, you sometimes do have to give more energy to it. That means focusing. That means really getting clear, what would I need to achieve this week? What would I need to achieve by the end of this month? Now, you can do this right where you are. There are things that you've been talking about doing. There's been things that you've said, I must get that done. Decide now, because if you can get those things done, you're instantly going to feel good. You're instantly going to raise your vibration. That's the momentum. And as that starts to build, as you start to do one thing after the other, and you do little things in a big way, the effects always take care of themselves. What happens is you start. Starting is the key. And if you can aim towards that milestone, but do it from a place of knowing, I'm going to the top of the mountain, you're going to create more of an energetic momentum. Things are going to be easier. You're going to pick up speed, but you're going to calm down in the mind. One of the biggest things that stops most people from ever starting is that their mind is so busy. So busy for goals. So busy to stop and think. So busy. And when we stay in this frantic, confusing, frustrating, energetic, busy state, you can't think. And when you can't think, you can't plan. And you can't become creative. And you can't receive the ideas that are right in front of you. Believe it or not, everything that you want is already here. It's already created. You, and only you alone, will become aware of it. And you become aware by studying this information, by taking action, and starting to set both long-term and short-term milestones that get you moving. So today, take some time. Figure out where the summit is for you. What does that look like? And then start to think, just from where you are, what are some things that I would love to achieve this week, this month? And make a decision you're going to do them. They may look small, they may look insignificant to the bigger picture. But if you follow what I'm teaching you, what you're going to see is by doing that, by moving into action from a place of that's where I'm going, you will end up one day halfway up the mountain, 3/4 away up the mountain, and bang, you're at the top. And the best part is when you're at the top, you can see all the other mountains that you didn't even know existed when you were still in the foothills. The opportunities that are on the other side of you taking action, of you pushing past your fear, of you pushing past your perceived limitations are so much greater than what you're leaving here in the current reality. So today, make a decision. You're going to move into momentum. You're going to start moving in the direction of your goals. And I guarantee you, if you practice this, you're going to start to become aware. You're going to start closing the gap of what you know you should do, what you should be doing. And by that, you raise your energy, you tap into higher level thinking, and then the path becomes clear. Take this advice, implement it this week, and come back to me, leave a comment. I want to know what this has created for you. Your goal is there, it is yours for the taking, but make it easy. Build the momentum and then let your goal pull you to the top. I just want to say thank you for watching my videos and the content we have here inside our YouTube channel. Please definitely hit the notification bell and subscribe. But most importantly, have you heard about Inception? Yes, your starting point is here. We have a 2-day live event. It is the highlight of the Dynamite Lifestyle calendar, where we're going to take you through everything that I've learned over the last 6 years in 2 compact days at a live event here in Belfast, Northern Ireland. You can click the link, grab your ticket, and we've also just launched the live streaming ticket option. So today is your opportunity. If you've been loving some of the content that we've been sharing, you can get access to all of that. There will be replays available. I will be live on stage, and I will take you through an entire process of how you can achieve your goals from your starting point to where you really want to be. Click the link and join us at Inception.